Before we continue with this video, I want to let you know that you can still secure your spot at the South American Recopa. Game in Buenos Aires, in Rio de Janeiro, Supercopa, also in Brasilia, Flamengo versus Corinthians, in the Recopa Flamengo, and Lanús. And the games all at Maracanã, Brasileirão Carioca, outside Brazil, outside Rio, all the games. Guarantee your spot with Haroldo's Caravan, including tickets, package, and accommodation in Rio de Janeiro. Get in touch because Haroldo's Caravan is the company I trust the most, man. It's impressive. They do a really serious job. Nothing on Reclaim Aki. They've helped Flamengo fans for years. So contact Haroldo's Caravan. Link in the description, actually. The WhatsApp contact is in the description, and the contact is also in the pinned comment. Look, I want to remind you, I'll leave the QR code here. You can lose weight in a healthy way. With Mais Cabelo, the Mais Slim program is fantastic. Mais Cabelo is everywhere in Brazil. It's just missing here in America, right? Bring a Mais Cabelo here too, but you can guarantee weight loss without hair loss, okay? You can take care of your hair and your weight loss, taking care of your health. With Mais Cabelo, the Mais Slim program is fantastic. Besides that, you can do all the hair treatments, get a free evaluation. The QR code is on the screen. I'll leave the QR code on the screen at other moments in the video too, and you can also access it through the link in the pinned comment. I also want to remind you that today there's a 1 million Reis prize in the Pix do Milhão. 1 million, man. How does the Pix do Milhão work? It's a benefits club where you buy points to redeem for products and experiences. You can win up to 20,000 Reis in instant prizes, and if you win, the Pix goes directly to your account. You can also win 1 million Reis today in addition to this instant prize. This benefits club is fully regulated by SUSEP and could be great for you. It's tough, but come on, right? We've already got a no. It's hard, but there's a chance, so it's still a benefits club. You can exchange it for products or experiences, so it's worth it. Remember to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. Red and black greetings from Flamengo. Let's get to the Mango news. So we're coming here with some bad, unpleasant news, but it's important. Raiza Simplicio had already warned yesterday that the owner over there at Oeste is crazy. He wasn't going to accept it, right? The guy is tough, right? It's hard. So the offer that just came out now, right, from Flamengo, the 40 million euro one that we had brought to you, 35 plus 5 million euros. The offer for Lucas Paquetá was rejected by the English club, right, them? We said they wanted 45 million euros to let him go, but the situation is even more complicated and the problem is bigger, okay? West Ham wants 45 million euros to let him go in the middle of the year. It's not now, it's in June, July, it's in the middle of the season, it's at the end of the English season. They want 45 to let him go in the middle of the year. Flamengo made the biggest offer ever in Brazilian and South American football for a foreign player. It would be the biggest purchase in history, 40 million euros, and West Ham didn't accept it. West Ham wants 45 million euros to release him mid-year, not now. So, TalkSport brought this information that was already mentioned yesterday by Raiza Simplicio. On Placar, Raiza said that West Ham would not accept it. Raiza anticipated the news and a lot of people criticized and attacked Raiza Simplicio, right? And they don't understand that she has a commitment to the news. We already knew that West Ham wanted 45, but there was still hope that they would accept 40 because of the pressure Paquetá is putting on.
The information I have is that it's a proposal of 35 million euros fixed plus 5 million euros in bonuses. Okay, so what now? I got the information that it's still far from what West Ham wants. According to what I found out, it's 45 million euros fixed plus 5 million euros in bonuses, totaling 50 million euros. Before, the gap was much bigger because West Ham was asking for £50 million, so it was almost 60 million, so that gap has gotten smaller. But according to what I just found out, these amounts of 35 million euros plus 5 million euros are still not exactly what West Ham wants. Flamengo knows that, okay? But Flamengo is really counting on Lucas Paquetá's desire, so Flamengo understands the following: I have the player's will on my side. And that's why I put on the table amounts that are below what they want. And I'm going to play with patience. I'm going to play with the desire, with the will of the player. But the information I have is that this could still take longer. It could take more time, precisely because West Ham wants more than the amounts that were officially put on the table. And what about Lucas Paquetá? What I know is this: he is in transition. He had a back problem. He was treating this back problem. He is in transition. This was confirmed to me by Lucas Paquetá's press office because there was a rumor that he had been sidelined by West Ham. His press office denied it to me, said it's untrue, and told me he's in transition.
But I always said the best thing was for him to go there, train, and play. But to say and make it clear that he didn't want to say and make it clear that he didn't want to continue in English football. When the player starts to put pressure the way he's putting pressure, oh, but he has a back problem. Okay, fine. But the best thing was not to play like that. I always said leave through the front door and all that. I don't really know how they're seeing it over there, but I say this because it's what's best, right? And I'm not defending West Ham. I don't think it's absurd for a player who went through the problems he did, who stood by them the whole time. Now, when they need him most to avoid the relegation zone, he wants to leave. Naturally, they made it hard for him. The question is the value, right? The value came after everything that happened to him. It's a high value. It's a very high value. They understand that 45 million they will release, but only in the middle of the year, so the deadlock is even worse than we expected. Because if it were 45 to release now, everything would be fine. They'd release it now, great. But they want 45 to release only in the middle of the year, which is what Flamengo doesn't want. Flamengo wants it now. So, the deadlock is bigger than expected. Because one thing was to refuse the 40 and say, no, I want 45. Another thing is to refuse the 40 and say, I want the 45. To release him in the middle of the year, so the deadlock is still not easy to resolve, Flamengo has, what is Flamengo's peace of mind? Paparazzo rubro negro. At this moment, the player wants to play for Flamengo, and Flamengo has already decided that the most important thing is for him to play for Flamengo. Flamengo has already decided that they are going to sign Paquetá. They know that over there too. But the most important thing, which I was discussing with a source close to the board, is this. The answer on the field is to understand that Flamengo has a squad that practically doesn't need any new players to be champions again of everything here in Brazil this year. They have a great coach, a great squad, a team that is above, way above their rivals in terms of quality. And it also showed that even at the beginning of the season, they're in great physical shape. Imagine how much this Flamengo team will soar with Felipe Luis in 2026. So, does that reassure you? They also signed Vitão, who had a great debut. The signing of Andrew, who can now train and get ready to debut against Fluminense on Sunday, is already cleared. Now. So, guys, you have a really strong squad, really strong, which gives you the peace of mind to plan. No, all right? They're not going to sell now. I'm going to hold on until mid-year. Flamengo didn't want to, but you have that peace of mind to hold on until mid-year. It won't hurt you that much. Just like Paquetá is doing for them, they're helping them fight to avoid relegation. He's really missed there. They're putting their foot down, and that's why I say this. Sometimes it's better to solve things through dialogue than with too much pressure. That's it. The saga continues as Flamengo still tries to sign Lucas Paquetá. At different times. With other players, Flamengo would have already given up, would have said, no, I'm not going to try, I'm giving up now and all that. I think if Flamengo too, the timing issue means it could take longer than Botafogo. I mentioned it's not simple and might take time. Why? Flamengo is now offering 45. They'll come, so 45 to release in the middle of the year. And I want it up front. If Flamengo as well, Paquetá is there, right? With no will or effort, just talk and pressure, Flamengo says no, so fine, let's discuss again mid-year. That's their tactic too. They're also counting on Flamengo putting up the money that Flamengo pays now. And they release it in the middle of the year so they can use it to sign a player, to save themselves from relegation. If Flamengo doesn't release him now, that's fine. I'll talk to you mid-year. Paquetá won't accept other offers. He has Flamengo's offer, knows the salary, and everything is set. Flamengo already reached an agreement with him. Flamengo agrees with Paquetá, but he refuses any transfer, leaving them desperate. They won't have the money from Paquetá's sale. Look at this fantastic tactic. They don't have the money from Paquetá's sale. They don't have Paquetá focused there, right? Concentrated there. And Paquetá doesn't agree to transfer to any club, so they don't get anything, and then they'll be under pressure. Flamengo will have to wait, as Boto mentioned. Boto even gave an interview during the Flamengo versus Vasco match. And it really is a waiting game, my friends. It's a waiting game. There's no other way. That's it. Now we just have to wait, right? Let's hope Flamengo is craftier than the English. They're trying to be crafty. By raising the price and delaying his release until mid-year, Flamengo now has an opportunity to act even more strategically. And the fans need to be patient because this saga could drag on even longer, okay? This saga could go on until the middle of the year and keep going and going and going. What are you going to do? And to top it off, there are other things going on as well. Flamengo obviously is keeping an eye on the market. They might sign a striker, they might sign another midfielder, but the focus right now is Lucas Paquetá. Let's talk about Textor now from Botafogo, who might help bring Danilo to Flamengo. The legal dispute between Textor, the owner of Botafogo's Sociedade Anônima do Futebol, and the iconic sports fund still isn't over, okay? A little over a month after gaining the right to appeal the original decision, the American businessman had his appeal denied by the English Court of Appeal this Wednesday. The appeal was an attempt to end the case early, right? Now, the case will return to the Court of England. Man, Botafogo's situation is very serious, very serious. The hearing started at 10:30 on Wednesday. Textor was not called to testify since the meeting consisted of a presentation by lawyers from both parties to the chamber of the appeal. It lasted about 4 hours with a 40-minute break. Today, the court was speaking on Mr. Textor's appeal. The Court of Appeal determined that the High Court of London made a mistake in its previous decision on preliminary matters and sent the case back to be reconsidered. This is a significant step forward, since a favorable decision on the remand would bring the case to an end entirely in our favor. If the remand does not dismiss the matter, we will take it to trial there with confidence either way. And that they fully expect success, said a spokesperson for Textor's defense to GE. Iconic Sports, an American fund that is charging Textor $97 million, about $97 million was about 526 million reais at the time's exchange rate. $500 million reais for the purchase of Iconic. 15.7% of Iconic's shares in 2022. Eagle Football for $75 million. So, they say the following. Iconic. We are very pleased with today's decision by the Court of Appeals, which fully rejected John Textor's first ground of appeal and granted Iconic the reimbursement of legal costs. The commercial court will now decide the remaining issues, and we will seek to resolve the matter as soon as possible based on the 2 court decisions so far. What does that mean? Textor lost the $97 million lawsuit in Europe. He lost. He has no right to appeal. Textor, who was supposed to solve it in January, at the beginning of January, didn't solve it until now. Manel's channel was talking about it. It's already messed up. It's already messed up. Botafogo's transfer ban has no set end date and no mention of a mid-year lift. People at Botafogo are spray painting graffiti, accusing the foreigner of being a 171, marking it on walls in their hands. Botafogo is facing a total exodus. Savarino joined Fluminense. Danilo wants out. It's a complete exodus. The situation at Botafogo is just the tip of the iceberg. The head has already gone in. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Botafogo won't be able to hold on. The situation at Botafogo is terrible. Textor is having problems in Belgium, in England, everywhere in the world, and the money to solve this doesn't exist. Manel's channel explains this very well. I really liked it, especially the guy who talks about Botafogo and all. He explained it very well. This has already gone bad, and now Flamengo has to take advantage of it. Knowing Danilo was offered to Palmeiras, who rejected the terms, Flamengo is now considering signing him from Botafogo. But the thing is, we've always said here that Flamengo should never become a Sociedade Anônima do Futebol, because Sociedade Anônima do Futebol is a bad deal. But Botafogo could have worked out, right? No. If someone messes up, it's over. Look at Vasco. But Bahia and Cruzeiro are doing fine. Cruzeiro has a super fan, Pedrinho. He roots hard for Cruzeiro but lost there yesterday and is spending a lot. Still, that's not the main issue. The club has to make sacrifices in management, grow and be able to win. And pay off the debts, just as Flamengo did before with BAP Bandeira, Landinha, and now under BAP again, with Flamengo growing independently. Sociedade Anônima do Futebol is not the way, and that's what I say. The tragedy is there, just waiting for an opportunity. Botafogo's situation, my friends, I wouldn't want Flamengo to be like that. No way. I wouldn't want Flamengo to be like that. If they're not careful, I don't know if it'll be now or next season, but soon they'll be fighting to avoid relegation again and will return to reality. That's it, right? They went so long without winning a Brazilian championship, had never won a Libertadores, managed to get titles they couldn't before, but at what cost, right? Is that it? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the video. Greetings, joy, black and red. This is Flamengo.